move on. Now let's talk about HRT, and the ongoing shortage of hormone replacement therapy drugs in the UK is particularly acute here in London. HRT is used by women to reduce symptoms of the menopause, but the drugs are licensed on a local rather than national level, and some versions of the medications are unavailable here in the capital. I'm joined now by Katie Taylor, founder of the organisation The Latte Lounge, which is a support network for women and provides advice. Hi Katie, welcome to you, good to see you. So tell us a bit more about this and your personal experiences of it and what you're hearing from those you help.
So I set up the Latte Lounge as an online community now for 6 years ago, because I was going through seemingly unrelated symptoms, so brain fog, low mood, anxiety, heart palpitations, and I went back and forward to many different doctors and specialists over a 4-year period, kept getting diagnosed with depression and offered antidepressants. When my father, who's a breast cancer professor, said, actually this is hormonal, I'm sure of it, and I got the right diagnosis and the right treatment option for me, which was HRT, I literally felt like a new woman. But I was also very angry, although it was a light bulb moment, and I realised, thank goodness I'm not going mad. I thought, I've got to do something about this. When I set up the Facebook group originally, I had 1,000 member requests in 24 hours, and I realised this is a massive problem. And this isn't just a UK-wide problem, this is a global issue. And we have thousands of women who are being misdiagnosed. And I've been campaigning with a brilliant campaigner called Diane Danzwbrink, who set up the hashtag Make Menopause Matter petition. We've been, that petition and campaign was brought to Westminster in 2018. And we have highlighted that there are 3 main problems with menopause care in this country. 1, there is no mandatory menopause training at medical school. 2, that there was no education on the national curriculum for children. And 3, we wanted workplace policies in place.
What's the crisis down to at the moment with women being unable to get their HRT that they so desperately need?
Well, I think because all these online communities, including mine, have all come together, and all these celebrities and MPs are now talking and raising awareness, that the demand for HRT, now the awareness of what the actual correct treatment options is, has gone up. And so it's a demand and supply issue, right. And it's going to get worse.
Emily, Caroline Noakes, chair of the Women in Equality Select Committee, said that if it was a drug used exclusively by men, they'd have sent in the army to beef up production by now. Do you agree?
Yep. No, but I mean, it's easy to laugh, but it is a serious issue, and the difficulty is that it affects different women in different ways. That's the problem, and to different extents. And so I think that many women have the experience of just not being taken seriously when they go to see their GP. And then when they are seen by their GP, the difficulty of getting the right combination of drugs and so on, I think, is another challenge. And then now we have the challenge that there isn't enough HRT around, and people are having problems when it comes to scarcity of supply of the particular drug that they've been diagnosed with. I know that the Royal Pharmaceutical Society has been talking about how the government really does need to think again about parallel drugs. If the main drug isn't available, then one which is practically the same should be able to be prescribed, and isn't. I just don't think that. Well, okay. First of all, I'm disappointed that supply issues haven't been addressed before now, because it's not as though we didn't all know it was coming. But now, it still doesn't seem to be taken sufficiently seriously.
Bob, what should politicians be doing? What should the government be doing?
Well, I think we do need to be addressing the issue. I've been talking to pharmacists in my constituency, because certainly my caseload, if you like, has increased because of the awareness, I think, of the campaigns that are going on. It shouldn't be too difficult to work with the industry to ramp up supply pretty sharpish. Yeah. And I think also we need to be much more open in the conversations. Yeah. I mean, I chat to my wife and members of our family about those issues.
I think women have felt endangered in the past, haven't they, to talk about it.
I think that's right. Men need to be sympathetic to it and understand.
Yeah, men need to
men need to be part of the conversation. There are 14 million working days lost because of menopause symptoms, because women are taking lots of time off for extra appointments. And it's, I don't want to scaremonger people, but 1 in 4 women will be fine, but there are, another 1 in 4 who have very severe symptoms.
We must leave it there.
The middle range.
And then the middle, who are just about.
We could go on. Yeah. Unfortunately, we are out of time. My thanks to all my guests, to Katie, and of course to Emily and to Bob. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you again next week. Goodbye.